Let's find out which toothbrush will clean better, OralB versus Colgate. Let the battle begin. Welcome to Dental Digest. I'm Anthony and let's get brushing. These are the future of manual toothbrushes, so let's find out which one you should choose. We have the OralB Clic versus the Colgate Keep. Both toothbrushes are offering you a replaceable bristlehead design, helping you reduce plastic and also giving you a nice luxurious handle. So let's find out which brand creates the superior product. Initial impressions just by looking at the box. The OralB Clic looks pretty clean and aesthetic versus the Colgate Keep looks really cool and exotic. Both of these products are only $10 and that's a great deal. Let's take a look at the toothbrushes and see what they offer. The OralB Clic offers a nice clean aesthetic look and replacing the bristleheads are super easy and satisfying. This product is called the OralB Clic for a reason. It clicks when you replace the bristleheads and man is it satisfying. I can literally do this all day. It's probably one of the most satisfying fidget toys I own. While the Colgate Keep offers a more exotic look that kind of reminds me of a Lamborghini. Replacing the bristleheads on the Colgate is not as satisfying and it's pretty hard to replace the bristleheads. So when it comes to taking on and putting off the bristleheads, OralB Clic has won that part. Now regarding the design of the handle, that's going to come down to personal preference. Both of these products are made out of metal, so they both feel great in the hand. The OralB Clic is nice, smooth, and continuous. It's got a nice little rubberized, texturized grip on the top, while the Colgate has a really exotic design that kind of fits nicely in the palm of your hands. This design is targeting more of the younger audience, and this is targeting more of the familiar audience, but the colorways, fire. So which one do I like better? I like holding the Colgate better, but the color scheme for OralB is on point. So when it comes to replacing the bristleheads, OralB won. When it comes to holding the toothbrush, Colgate won. The OralB is more familiar, so if you want that exotic look, go with the Colgate. If you want the more simplistic, minimalistic design, check out OralB. And also OralB offers a really cool magnetic wall mount. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite features about this toothbrush. The toothbrush handles are really important to consider because this toothbrush is reusable and you're going to be hanging on to this brush for a long period of time, helping reduce plastic waste. So when it comes time to consider which manual toothbrush to use, the handle itself is actually really important. Now let's quickly talk about the bristles. Unfortunately right now OralB is only offering one bristlehead option and it's actually one of my top 5 favorite bristleheads, but it's not as good as the Colgate. The Colgate really stimulates your gums and cleans in between your teeth real nicely. The reason why it's able to clean so well is because it has so many different height levels on the bristles. That allows the bristles to get in between your teeth and clean really well. Furthermore, Colgate also offers 2 different bristlehead options to figure out what best suit you. It has both whitening bristleheads and a deep cleaning option with flossing tips to help clean in between your teeth better. So when it comes down to the bristlehead, Colgate wins that battle. However though, if you do like the OralB handle, don't worry too much because I feel pretty confident that OralB will release different bristlehead options in the future. Now for the main component of the show, it's disclosing time. Let's find out which toothbrush will clean my stained teeth better. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first toothbrush 1v1. On the left of your screen, we have the OralB Clic, and on the right of the screen, we have the Colgate Keep. Which toothbrush do you think will clean better? Disclosing tablet to stain all the plaque on my teeth to see which toothbrush will clean my teeth better. It's disclosing time. It flew off my hit my tooth and just got launched across the room. Alright, let's try that again. It's disclosing time. Let's check the before results. I'm going to be using plaque identifying toothpaste to help me determine which toothbrush is cleaning my teeth better. And for everyone that asks me if I wet my toothbrush in my TikToks, I got a mug filled with water to make sure my toothbrush is nice and wet. I could never brush my teeth with a dry toothbrush. Ugh. Honestly, I wet my toothbrush before and after I put toothpaste on. Let me know if you guys do the same. You know how we do. Fat glob. I had to add a little extra. There wasn't enough fat globbiness on that toothbrush. This is Dental Digest. Let's get brushing. Ooh. The bristleheads feel amazing on this. Let's check the after results. This is a tough battle. The after results for these 2 toothbrushes look really similar to the point where it's going to depend more on how well you actually brush. However though, the bristleheads on the Colgate feel really nice and stimulating on my gums, but they are a little bit more fierce. The bristle heads on the Colgate aren't as firm, but they come to a more sharp point, allowing them to get in between your gums. So if you have sensitive gums, the Colgate is probably not the best option, and you should definitely go with the OralB, as the bristle heads are really forgiving and soft on your gums. Even though the bristle heads are a little bit more firm on the OralB, they're definitely softer than the Colgate. The Colgate has very sharp bristles, which have pros and cons. The pros meaning it's going to clean under the gum line real nicely, but it also kind of hurts a little bit. But for me personally, I kind of like that pain a little bit because it makes me feel like I'm really cleaning my teeth well. So if you're an individual who enjoys that clean feeling, Colgate is a great option for you. But if you have sensitive gums, OralB is probably the route you're going to want to head. Also, if you brush your teeth really hard, I'd lean more towards the OralB. When it comes time to replace the bristle heads, the Colgate is half the price, coming in at $5 for a 2-pack versus $10 for a 2-pack for the OralB Clic. So if you're trying to save money when it comes time to replacing the bristle heads, Colgate wins that battle. When it comes down to the handle design, that's more of a personal preference, but for me, I like that exotic look. But the colorways on the OralB are kind of fire. And a huge aspect OralB has over the Colgate is that magnetic wall mount. But you can also just make and buy a hook for the toothbrush, since there are holes in the Colgate, and just kind of hang it up. Both handles are made with high-grade metal that feel very premium in the hand. In my eyes, I see the OralB as that minimalistic, clean aesthetic versus the Colgate is that exotic, loud, cool, futuristic looking toothbrush. So it really depends on what type of vibe you're trying to have. But keep in mind, both toothbrushes offer fantastic bristlehead options. You can't go wrong with either. However though, personally, I'm leaning more towards the Colgate because I love having the multiple different height levels in the bristleheads. But if you do have sensitive gums, I'm recommending you go for the OralB Clic over the Colgate. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. We'll see you guys in the next one, and as always, smile on. Ciao.